Traditional char siu takes hours in the oven, but I'm going to show you how to get those same results in a pan much faster. But even better, I have made this recipe 3 times using 3 different cuts of pork to find out which cut actually wins, and the answer surprised me. Is it the lean shoulder, the marbled neck, or the fatty belly? Let's find out. First, start with the meat. You want to trim away anything that doesn't look like it belongs, bones or those tough membranes, and definitely remove the skin if you are using pork belly. Now, here is the secret to making meat melt in your mouth like it was slow roasted. The slice. Usually you are told to slice against the grain, but for this method the trick is to slice with the grain first, about 2 to 3 centimeters thick. I know it sounds backward, but by slicing with the grain now, our final cuts at the table will be against the grain. That is how you get that falling apart feel. Since we aren't roasting this all day, we need to help the flavor get inside. Some people use fancy tools. You can use the blunt side of a knife to beat the meat or gently score the surface. But we will use a fork. It's fast, easy, and honestly pretty satisfying. Just a few firm pierces. We are just opening the meat up so it can breathe in that sauce. Now for the sauce, I'm using my homemade hoisin sauce as the base. You might recognize it from my 3 Chinese sauce video. If you missed that one, the link is in the description below. The real soul of the flavor is the 5 spice powder. I added a red food coloring to the belly version. It doesn't change the taste, but that vibrant red color makes the meal feel special. The original recipe uses fermented bean curd, but at home this is a perfect shortcut that gets you that authentic look without the hunt for rare ingredients. Once you are happy with the consistency, let the sauce cool down completely. Add a few tablespoons to the meat. Give it a good toss and let it sit for at least 30 minutes. Take the time to relax. Cooking shouldn't be stressful, especially at home. While it marinates, I want to show you a trick my grandmother taught me. I am Tommy, by the way, and in this kitchen nothing goes to waste, including the old tricks. Slice your lettuce as thin as possible, almost like ribbons. Then put it in a bowl and pour the coldest water you can find over it. Ice cubes help too. It seems like a small thing, but it shocks the lettuce and makes it incredibly crisp. By the time the pork is done, this will be the perfect, refreshing partner for that heavy, sweet meat. Okay, let's cook. Use a pan with a lid, that's important. We want to sear these for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side. Until they develop those beautiful dark caramelized edges. Now, here is where you have to stay with me, because the sauce has so much honey and sugar, it wants to burn. It's a bit like a relationship, you can just walk away and leave it. Add a little water and a bit more sauce. Put the lid on and let it braise for 10 minutes. Keep an eye on it. If the liquid disappears, add a little more water. We are looking for a thick, rich glaze, not a burnt pan. Flip it, give it another 10 minutes, and you will see the sauce start to cling to the meat. That's the magic moment. If it's still a bit watery, cook without the lid until it thickens up. This is the hard part, waiting. Let the meat rest for 5 minutes. If you cut it now, all that juice we worked so hard for will just run away. Remember how we talked about the grain? When you go to serve this, look for those lines again and slice across them. If you look closely, you can see how the fibers fall apart. That's the difference between a good meal and a perfect one. So, the experiment. The shoulder dried out at the edges. The belly was almost too rich, closer to braised pork than barbecue. But the pork neck, for a skillet, it's the clean winner. It has just enough fat to stay juicy, but enough meat to really hold that glaze. It caramelized evenly and still had bite. It feels like a Sunday feast even though it's only Tuesday. Faster than the oven, better than you would expect, and now you know which cut actually wins. If you want to master the sauces I used today, I have got that video right here for you. Take your time with it, let me know which cut you prefer, and I will see you in the next one.